9 to 5. Now, the veteran community and their families have long been calling for an investigation in veteran suicide. Scott Morrison has committed $101 million over 4 years from this year for veterans' mental health support and services. Well done, PM, and to the government, including creating new specialist veteran mental health care psychiatry training places. Now, Jon Black served in the military for 20 years. He was the commanding officer at the Royal Military College in Duntroon and military assistant to the Chief of the Army. These days, he's the CEO of RSL New South Wales, and he joins me on the line. G'day, John.
Good afternoon, Jim. Good afternoon, listeners.
It's that's welcome news, isn't it, as far as veterans are concerned?
Yes, it is a welcome announcement, and certainly RSL is very pleased to receive the news yesterday through the budget. Obviously, Australia generally, we acknowledge very much that we're seeing impacts of the pandemic regards mental health more broadly, but of course for the veteran community specifically, we welcome this announcement. The funding associated with improving our health outcomes for veterans is important for us. From the RSL, we've been advocating for this for quite some time. This was one of the recommendations, particularly through the Productivity Commission. And there's one particularly unique structure that they've agreed to establish to assist veterans transitioning out of Defence Force, called the Joint Transition Authority, and we're very pleased to hear that. I think certainly the government has acknowledged the role that organisations like the RSL and numerous other charities supporting veterans can do to help. And we're certainly looking forward to working both with the Department of Defence and the Department of Veterans Affairs to make this the best it can be.
Well, you mentioned those organisations. I mean, other organisations like Wounded Heroes, Mates for Mates, Soldier On, Vietnam Veterans Legacy, and of course the RSL, that you're CEO of RSL NSW. But it's this $101 million over 4 years will make a huge difference, because mental health is an issue across the board, especially during this pandemic. But in particular for veterans, it has been an issue.
That's right, and I think that the government's recognised that, not only through this announcement, but numerous other initiatives. But we also acknowledge the numerous other charities that have established themselves to help deal with this issue. It's been known for some time that we need to lean more forward to assist veterans in the transition out of defence into their new careers. And I might say that while we acknowledge those that are suffering mental health issues associated with their service, we also recognise that by far the greatest majority of people leaving the services are leaving in good health and in good spirits with incredible skills they've learnt during their service, which are, of course, very applicable right across the broader economy. And certainly I'm one that advocates for, if you want a job done, get someone who served in the Australian Defence Force. I mean, it's a wonderful career, and I certainly think that we need to recognise that. At the same time, of course, as you pointed out, we've got a serious mental health issue across the nation, not just in the ADF, but of course the general community. So the more that we can do, the better. And if these organisations that you've spoken about can work collaboratively, as the RSL wishes to do, we can get the better outcomes, and that's what we've got to aim for.
Well, it's terrific. It is terrific news, and I think one of the standouts watching the budget last night, and the Treasurer Josh Frydenberg, I think it's terrific, and it's overdue. But well done to the Morrison government as far as that $101 million pledge over 4 years for veterans' mental health support and services. John, appreciate your time this afternoon.
No problem. Thanks for the opportunity. Take care.
That's Jon Black, who's the CEO of RSL New South Wales. It's 5 to 5. Couple of minutes.